Hi, guys. Welcome back to Bar Exam. It's your girl, Allie Rayner, and I'm here with the Bar Exam crew. Today we have Mr. Eric G in the building. What's up, Eric?
What's good?
What's good? And then we also have Mr. Shane G in the building as well.
What's the deal?
Hey, Shane. Right now, Marcus is off doing something else, so we have Shane, the amazing producer and amazing co-host, to sub in for him today. But let's get right into what we're going to be talking about. So today, coming before the bar is going to be the top 10 songs of 2023. And basically, it's really going to be our picks. So each one of us has made a list of our top 10 songs of 2023. We're going to share them with each other, then probably decide on, maybe who's the ultimate, who has the best list. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Shane, do you want us to start off first with probably like from least to best? Does that make sense? From like,
oh yeah, we'll start. We'll go from 10 to 1.
Yeah, okay, exactly.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, well, I guess I can start it off if that's okay, fellas.
Kick
Go
it off.
right ahead.
All right, deal. So I actually picked this one mainly because of how much it just like took over the culture. It propelled this artist's complete career, honestly. And I feel like we're all a little bit changed from it. So my number 10 pick is Ice Spice's Munch, because like I said, at the top of the year, it was everywhere on every radio, on all over social media. And it was almost like she was an overnight success. So that's why I definitely had to pick this one. I think that she actually ended up having better bars on her song Deli, which is surprising because when you first hear it, you might not even think that either. But if you actually go back, listen to Deli, she has a lot more confidence. She's got way more better bars. But I had to put Munch on here because she, like I said, she was just like a cultural phenomenon for a fat ass minute of 2023. What do you guys think?
I mean, yeah, I remember when this first came out because this was, how when a new, like, especially like in today's age, when like a new girl rapper comes out, and then you'll kind of start to see on like social media, just like other girls starting to like pop up with that look all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And it was like one of those moments where once I heard this song and once I found out who Ice Spice was, then I just started seeing, the froze pop back up all of a sudden. And it's like, where did this come from? And then, you got to associate it with her, especially when like the different colors and stuff like that came into it. Yeah, she hit the ground running with this record. This was one of those that just catapulted her.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. Yeah, she gave us curly girls, a little bit of confidence. So shout out to her for that as well.
Right. Super light skinned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely representing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like Eric said, he pretty much he pretty much said everything there was to say, I didn't really hear of her, before earlier this year, so I'm not really sure, what her come up story is or, nothing like that. But, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what she brings forward, in the next few years, because it's always good when there's a lot of different talent, not just one person that's kind of supposed to represent for everybody. You know what I mean? So now it's good that there's, a lot of different women that are coming up in the game, and her being one of them. So, I'm definitely looking forward to see what she's got coming up in 2024,
Yeah, me too. And we also mentioned that like she kind of popped up and it was like she was this overnight sensation. But also, did anybody know of the word munch until this fucking song came out? Like, I feel like that is
No.
way for sure.
No, not at all. And now I hear it in records. I hear it in joints that she isn't even on. Like Cardi B said it on the song with her and Glorilla.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo nigga's a muncher, he gonna eat it like a mango. I was like, wait, that's not even like I'm hearing that and I'm thinking it's Glorilla's word and Cardi B saying it but turns out it's Ice Spice's shit. So,
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like if anything, if we don't hear too much about Ice Spice, I feel like Munch is going to be around for a very long time. So shout out to her for also coining a whole new phrase. But yeah, that was my number 10. Anybody else want to go next?
I was just going to say real quick, another point on that is that's an indicator of staying power. Like when you can, when you bring around something that lasts forever in hip hop, you stay around forever in hip hop. Just like we brought up earlier this year how LL Cool J created the word GOAT, and now everybody says GOAT. You know, so he ain't going nowhere. His name is forever, no matter what you think of his music, no matter what you whatever. Because he created GOAT, he's here. Just like Eminem created Stan. That's never going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever was the one who popularized swag or whatever, that's not going nowhere. Like that's here now. So, you know, if munch is one of them type of words, then you know what I mean? Ice Spice is here.
Yeah,
so.
I agree. I totally agree. But all right, fellas, who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Go ahead, Eric. You got it.
Only because I wanted to keep it rolling with the women.
For sure.
Yeah, so let's keep it rolling with the women. My number 10 song of the year is Lotto, Put It on the Flow Again with Cardi B. We've talked about this song a couple of times on this show, but just to reiterate, number one, this song is just hard. Like it's a hard song. The beat is hard. It sounds like something that I Swear Vezo would have rapped on. I've mentioned that before. If you haven't heard that, go listen to the old episodes. I've broken this song down in context many times. But yeah, this is just one of those songs that you just have that good feeling when you hear it. Lotto and Cardi B kind of going back and forth on the song is just great because, you know, the verses, like they get a chance to like really like show off like who's the better girl on the track, and you could just tell that they both had a lot of fun making this one. And it was just one of those that came on like at the right time, like right before the summer like kind of started breaking. So yeah, this is one of those for me. Shout out to Lotto and Cardi B.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Actually, that's also on my list now. I'm like, dang. But it really
is it a lot higher on yours?
It's a little bit higher up for me. Yeah,
a little bit higher or a lot higher?
A lot higher.
Oh, okay.
Mainly because of like my personal preference, not so much because like I think it is like lyrically the most amazing song ever, but because like I just love the team up, like Eric was saying. I love that it was like this Detroit style that just kind of took over for everybody, and it was like this girl anthem. So yeah, mine was much higher up on the list.
No, okay, all right. We're gonna see where it's at. So I was trying my best to not make my list sound biased as hell with like all Detroit shit. So I definitely did my best to not have it be Detroit dominated. But with that being said, the first song is A to Z by Babytron. It's just the funny thing about that song is the thing that made me like it was I guess a meme, not really it was like a video, like a viral clip, almost like what a Vine used to be. I guess a TikTok, but TikToks are like long, so I don't know what to describe it as, but it was like a short clip that was going around, and it was all these African dudes dancing to it, and they were not actually dancing to that song, but just whatever they were dancing to was the same tempo as this song, and so somebody spliced it together and put it on the internet and it went viral. But, it's kind of a clever song. It's A to Z. So everything he says, like he's rhyming in the alphabet, basically. Not like super overly clever. Like other people have done it better, I would say, but it is still good. The beat knocks, energy. He produces bangers, so there's, you can't really go wrong with that. And it's just a good combo. So, A to Z by Babytron. I heard Eric chuckle. What?
You already know, man. I'm not kind of mad I didn't put that on my list now because I fucking love that song. The song is hilarious.
It is. It's like
but it's only funny because if you have seen that video and then you play it and then just picture the video in your head before he starts rapping, it's instantly funny. And then you can enjoy the song even more from there. So yeah, it's
one of those things where it's connected to a moment that makes you enjoy it more.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So now. I feel like that's the only way I gotta go listen to it. I gotta go see the visual then. Okay, got you. All right, good choice. Very good choice. Okay, so next up is number 9 for everybody, right?
Yep, number 9. Who you got?
This one, I feel like everyone's gonna laugh, but I love her. I know she came out real wild. She's still wild. She's still ratchet. She don't give a fuck. You probably already can tell where I'm going with this. number 9 for me has to be Ski by Sexy Red.
Let's fucking go.
It was
Let's
hard.
go.
Now I can choose between, like, because honestly, most people are probably thinking I was going to choose Pound Town, but Ski for me, again, because I felt like it's now going to be one of those things in the culture that anytime someone says like Ski, like someone might answer you. You know what I mean? Like the New York shit is like, you're like, they'll answer you if you're in New York. So I just feel like wherever you're at, if you yell out Ski, there might be a chance that someone's going to answer you back. And so and also, I love her energy. I love that she now is representing a different, I guess, like demographic of women out there. And some people might call them ratchet. Some people might call them free-spirited, party girls, whatever you want to call them. But I love that she is not like, I'm talking ghetto, but I'm bougie. Like a lot of the rap girlies are. She's like, I'm ghetto. I'm fucking ghetto, and tomorrow I'm ghetto some more. Like she doesn't give a fuck, and I really, really love that. She reminds me of homegirls that I know, and so yeah, I couldn't deny it. Ski, Sexy Red, she had to be on the list somewhere. So I was like, because the lyrics ain't lyricking, I'm gonna put her as number 9, but she deserves her moment for sure. So that's my number 9. What do you guys think of that?
I ain't mad at it. Are the AKAs mad at her? Is all I want to know, because that's kind of their thing. The whole Ski. I mean, they do it real high pitch, so I don't know. I don't know any AKAs personally, so
Yeah, tap in if you are in the comments. Let us know how you feel for real.
Right.
For sure. But okay, fellas, who wants to do their number 9 then?
I'll go next. So my number 9 is Pop Out by Larry June and Schoolboy Q. I think if it came out a little later than I would, a little earlier in the year, then I probably would probably have ranked it higher, but it just came out. So there's other songs that I've been able to sit with a little bit longer, so that's the only issue there, but it's definitely still, because I play it constantly. Like I ended up putting this album last week, go check out last week's episode of top 10 albums of 2023. I put the album on there because I listened to the whole album on repeat since it came out pretty much, multiple times. And so I'm like, I know this is one of my top albums because I don't do that through what I like. And then that's that, So with this one, though, this song is one of the top songs that I go back to more often than the others on this album. So it's Larry June and Schoolboy Q, beat by Cardo. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, honestly, now I gotta go look that up because I love Larry June, love Schoolboy Q. Like, yeah, that sounds like a smash. I like that.
Yes.
For sure. Okay, good pick. Eric, honestly, Eric,
This song is on my list, but I put it a lot higher.
Got you. Okay, that's fair. All right, so Eric, what is your number 9 then?
All right. Sorry if I'm a little delayed. I don't know what happened because it kind of froze up on me earlier. So if I am a little delayed, I apologize. Okay. My number 9 is Gucci Mane and Key Glock, Glizzock and Wizop. Yeah. This song this was a song that I didn't like when I first heard it. I was like, oh, okay, this is like a good Gucci and Key Glock song. And then I heard it again. And then one day, Shane came in the house and was like, hey, you heard that new Gucci and Key Glock? And then I just knew right then and there. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I was right. I was right about this.
Yeah.
This was like one of those songs that I just didn't expect to like as much as I did. But the more and more I listened to it, the more and more I was like, nah, this is one of those ones. And for me, I really like the trend, it seems, this year of one rapper going to get another rapper that has their same type of sound and then just kind of elevating them and having them like kind of be just as good as they are. And I think in this instance, you get Gucci doing that for Key Glock. Because for me personally, this is one of the best Gucci verses I've heard in a while. Like,
really?
bar none. And Gucci,
Wow.
yeah, he has good verses. You can tell when he puts his effort in. On this one, he put his foot down on this. His foot was on the gas on this verse, and that made Key Glock had to step up because Key Glock, as much as I like him, he can be very simple. Like Dolph is a little goofier than him.
Yeah.
Glock is a little more simple, and on this, you could tell that Glock was a little more animated. Like the flow was a little more animated. So I just appreciated that. So yeah, this was aim the beat. I don't know who made that beat, but that beat knocks. So
Rolling.
Okay, Eric, thanks for that pick. Honestly, I also love this pick because I just now recently am getting used to or getting like I've just now found Key Glock, and I feel bad because I feel like I've been sleeping on him. You know what I mean? So I love that he's also with Gucci because I've been love Gucci, and then to have them together, and because I just wanted to like expand, like okay, from somebody who listens to Key Glock, what is the next thing that I should be listening to? So I'm definitely gonna put that one on the list. Thank you for that one for sure. Okay, so everybody's done their number 9, right?
Yep. Let me do my number 8, please.
Okay, so for number 8, for me,
Ooh, can I do mine first? Can I do my number 8 first?
You want to do first? Yeah, go ahead.
Because it's Glizzock and Wizop by Gucci Mane and Key Glock.
No way.
So I was so mad. I was like, damn, we was almost locked in right there.
So
almost.
That Gucci flow, that's what it was. Like that's exactly what did it for me. I was like I was listening to it because I just happened to finally subscribe to the Rap Life playlist on Apple. I was like, let me check it out, see what new shit is out, see if I like any of this new shit. And that joint came on. And when Gucci, hold on, I got the bars right here. When Gucci said, it's Goo Up and Glizz Up and this combo gonna be hard to stop. Zone 6 to South, Memphis toting that pistol like a cop. Wouldn't give me my flowers. I rewarded myself and bought a watch. Took the fort and scraped the pot. It's off the eye. I shake the pot. I was like, wait, hold up. Gucci in his bag right here. Hold up.
Yeah.
When he gets in that flow, he's untouchable.
Yeah. When he get in that bag right there, I'm like, nah, he talking that shit. So yeah, Gucci, Eric said the rest, but I wanted to spit that flow because that's what did it for me. So number 8, Glizzock, Wizop by Goo Wop and Key Glock.
Okay, so now it's undeniable. Like y'all got to go listen to that damn song.
so that one's a repeat. So that's going on the list somewhere. Whatever list we come up with later, that's a repeat so far. So
got to exactly. All right. Okay, Eric, do you want to do number 8 first, or?
Yeah, I'll go. So my number 8 is by JID and Lil Yachty, and the song is called Van Gogh. And the whole song is a freestyle. It's maybe 2 minutes. It's a song that Cardo produced, and they're literally going back and forth the whole time, and it's just who has the better verse. Mm-hmm. And I've listened to that song a lot this year, and I often struggle on who has the better verse. So if you're listening, leave it in the comments. And if you've heard that song, leave it in the comments who you think had the better verse. I flip-flop every day because they both went crazy on it. But it's one of those songs that makes me excited to hear what JID is going to do next year. And it's also one of those songs that I really like when Yachty gets in that bag. Yeah. Because when he wants to rap good, he can do it. And it's really hard to mess it up over a beat like that. So again, if you heard that song, let me know in the comments who you think had the better verse. I'm curious to know.
Yeah, I gotta go check that one out. I love that you said that there was like a true competition with them on the song, because I hate, honestly, to be totally honest, I feel like rappers need to like stop fucking around. Like if you're gonna have another rapper come through, like don't be pussyfooting. Don't be like all of a sudden now I'm gonna let my man just rip me apart on my own shit. Like I hate that. I feel like if you're gonna have somebody else on it, it is fun to like see where the competition is. See like you pull out your best shit, and I feel like so many rappers are too afraid to like make their mans mad or whatever. Like, man, shut the fuck up. Like we are listening because we want to sit back at home like Eric and be like, I wonder who's better. Let me listen to that again. And
That used to be the aim back in the day. Back in the day, you wanted to be able to talk shit to your man's like, nigga, I killed you on that shit. That's what you were trying to do. And they were trying to do it back, and that's what made the song good.
Yeah.
Because you knew niggas was coming with their hottest shit, or at least trying to in the moment. So when everybody's coming with quality, no matter what the motivation is, whether it's I want the best verse on the song or I want to be better than you personally, whatever it is, if we both putting our best shit on here, we should come up with something dope.
Yeah. Why not?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. So that's a really good pick, Eric. Okay, so I think I gotta do mine. I think I still gotta do mine.
Yep.
Okay. So for my number 8, this one might be a little bit controversial because not everybody considers this person to be a rapper, but she be slapping some of y'all rappers with the bar. So I feel like we have to throw her on here somewhere. I picked Attention by Doja Cat. And I mean, like, she just gets so into her pocket. Like, even if you want to say she's not a rapper, like, she can rap. Like, so whatever, you want to put her as, if you just want to label her as an artist, she really do be talking that shit. So I'm trying to find like my favorite line from this. But I guess I'll just start off, just do a quick little something from the song Attention. So she said, look at me. You look at my taste good, but I just had to redirect my cooking. I could have been an opener. I redirect the booking. I read it in all the comments saying, D, I'm really shooketh. D, you need to see a therapy. Is you looking? Like, and she just keep going on and on. Like, she don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? And she says it all over this song. She says it on some other songs. But I feel like this is the one where she was like, okay, the song is perfectly titled where it's like, I got your attention now. Y'all been talking shit in the comments. Let me explain to you like who the fuck I really am. And I love it. I love this energy. I think people were like really freaked out because she was in all red. But I also liked it because you have to think a little bit more. Like, I think people see the all red, they see her being a demon or whatever, and they're like, oh, she's, Illuminati. And it's like, I doubt that's what it is. Honestly, from what they say, it's like a lot deeper. It's about the rebirth of her and her image and even like her own perception of herself. And so like, I love that type of shit. So that's why I had to put her on this list. And I hope to see her rap some more in the next year, to be honest.
Me too, realistically. Because if we're gonna go ahead and move on to number 7 now, my number 7 is actually Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat.
Okay.
And it's mostly for the same reasons. It's everything sort of that you just described about that first song and about the imagery of it. Because, when I first heard this song, I pretty much caught on to the metaphor that she was trying to get across, pretty quickly. I was like, okay, it sounds like she's talking about the industry, how the industry will make people, behave in ways maybe that they didn't before, or it'll make people become emboldened to, be rude to people and, step on those beneath them and different things like that. And it'll kind of pump you up to be evil in a sense. You know what I mean? So some of the bars that kind of reflect that, obviously, the chorus, yeah, bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care. I paint the town red. So that's pretty obvious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I let all that get to my head. So she's admitting it. I'm letting the fame get to my head. I don't give a fuck. I said what I said. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So that's a very brash attitude that is brought on from the fame. And that's what she's saying there. So, and then she devil, she a bad little bitch, she a rebel. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Like, she's basically explaining what the industry created, not necessarily within her, but within people. She's taking on those characteristics in the song, but this could be about anybody. And I think that's what she's kind of trying to get across, but she's doing it with a slap, and you know what I'm saying? Like, her flow sounds dope on it, and the beat is on some modern day West Coast shit, which I always fuck with. So, can't go wrong with it. What up, Doja?
You can't. Seriously, shout out to her. That's honestly a great pick, and I love the way you broke that down. Couldn't have done it better. I feel like that's probably the best explanation I've heard of that song specifically, for sure. So love that pick. Eric, what about you? What's your number 7?
All right, so my number seven. This was a tough one for me to pick because of the album that this guy dropped this year. So I wanted to go with one that the gave two of the rappers verses that I like the most on this album some shine. And the song in particular is called Mom's Prime Time, and it features West Side Gun, JID, Conway the Machine, and somebody named Cartier Williams. Um, this is on West Side Gun's album that came out this year, and then You Still Pray for Me. This was, I believe, I brought it up on my last list. This was maybe album number 4 or 3 or something like that on my list. But this really, for me, I just continue to love how much Conway is showcased as great of a rapper as he is. Because he, to me, is the obvious person that could get slept on the most out of that whole Griselda conglomerate, because obviously Benny is kind of like the rapper's rapper that everyone likes, and then you have West Side Gun, which is more of the guy that's more of the star of the group. Whereas you would think Conway would be in the back chilling most of the time, he's hungry, and it really
Because
showcases.
he got to compete
on-
with Benny. Like him and Benny are always kind of going back and forth for that number one spitter spot in Griselda. Like Westside has his lane, and his lane is
Yep.
clear. He's the fly kind of, eccentric nigga out the group. Like his lane is established. But between Benny and Conway, it's like who's better? On any given day, it could be either of them. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, I just love how he can say real simple shit, but when he says it, it just sounds so much. He has one of those effects to where when he raps shit, he makes it sound way more ill when he says it. Hold up, nigga, yeah, yeah. 33 a piece, that's a bargain, nigga, yeah, yeah. Courtside, all my jewels, Tracy Morgan, yeah, yeah. Multi-million-dollar screen endorsements, yeah, yeah. Line of Porsches, different colors and assortments, yeah, yeah. Like he just makes everything sound cool. I don't even know how he does it. Like, I don't know if it's the way that like he like gets into it on the track. Like, I don't know if it's the effect of like after he got shot. Like, it could be a lot of different things, but Conway continues to show improve every single time he gets on the track. And again, little simple shit that can make himself go a long way. When Benny sometimes likes to get real complicated, Conway will come in and be real simple and sometimes just blow it out the water with that. So yeah, shout out to Conway. Love this track. One of the and again, if you haven't listened to that West Side Gun album, please go listen to it. It's great.
Yeah. I love how like all of our lists, you guys have the sleepers. Y'all got like the real rappers, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I got this shit that's on the radio.
my last pick was Doja Cat. My last shit was Doja Cat.
Doja.
My last shit
I
was
love-
Doja Cat and Gucci Mane before that.
That's true. But
I ain't even hit you with the real rapidy rap shit yet. It's coming though. Don't, I won't disappoint.
Okay. Yeah. I feel it coming.
It's coming.
Okay. Number 7. Shane, did you already? Or I'm sorry. Are we on 6 now?
I think we on 6. My number.
Yeah, let's
my
go.
number 7
Let me
was
do number,
Paint the
let me
Town
do
Red.
number 6. Let me do number 6 because I really like my number 6.
All right, take it over.
And I feel like this is gonna be on your list, Shane. And there's a verse from a certain somebody on this song that you'll want to go to. But
All right.
the song in question is Larry June, Big Sean, and Alchemist, Palisades, California. This song to me is probably the reason why I love this album so much. It was the very first track that I heard off of it, and I kind of knew right from there that Larry June and Alchemist were gonna knock it out the park. And yeah, like throughout, I think for me, it's the way the beat comes in, because it's such a different beat for Alchemist to make, even the tempo. And then Larry June just comes in extra smooth, Big Sean comes in and kind of switches the flow up like on some double time shit halfway through. I absolutely love this track.
And it was still kind of like a slow Big Sean flow. Like he didn't do. It was like a slow Big Sean flow, but it was still faster than Larry Jones shit.
Because the thing about it, you know what it is? Because the thing about it is, the beat is not even an Alchemist conventional beat.
It's not.
It's like even the beat kind of threw me off when I first heard it. I was like, what? That's what like made me like it so much at first, because I just was like, it was one of those when it first came on, I was like, oh no, these niggas is about to talk some shit on here.
They was giving us healthy bars, you know what I'm saying? You know, getting the proper amount of rest, drinking juice, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that shit.
Oh yeah. If Larry gonna say something, he gonna talk about watering plants, or he's eating, he kicking back, he with your bitch at the beach. Like, yeah.
And you know my nigga Sean.
I'm dead.
Hey, and you know my nigga Sean was on there talking about I got a family now and shit. So we talk about how I'm a dad now. Yeah. Like everything's different. I'm grown. Like, but everything healthy, moss seed oil, all that good shit.
You know it's real. He ain't just talking. Like he's living that life.
Facts.
100%.
Good choice. Real good.
That's a great choice. That's not on my list, but that's only because I didn't also want my list to be too Larry biased. So I picked a different Larry song. That was the first song I heard off of that album, but that is coming later. So
okay.
But my number 6 is Brand New by Tyga, YG, and Lil Wayne.
Oh, okay.
Mainly because of Lil Wayne's verse, where he says, yeah, brand new money, brand new hundreds, got a bunch of zeros like a bag of new Funyuns, brand new phone with a brand new number on some brand new shit, need a brand new plumber. Like, just, he's just effortless. You know what I'm saying? Like, just effortless punchlines, like, you know, and not that they're overly cold or nothing like that, but just, you know, when you can do it within a dope sounding flow and make your flow like kind of perfect for the track. Like it's just a marriage that's there that Lil Wayne has figured out over time. So, you know, yeah, I love that verse. You know, YG, you know, he does what YG does. You know what to expect from YG, and you know what to expect from Tyga. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you like them two with a dope Wayne verse, this is the song for you. Brand new.
Yeah, I feel like this is definitely one of those. They were like, how can we, Tyga and YG, we're gonna try and make another club banger, but we gotta add like a little bit like real rap. And they called up Wayne like, please.
Yeah, give us something. Okay. You're like, I got y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me 20 minutes. Throw you something back. Like
period. Exactly. That's exactly how I be feeling like Wayne does it too. Okay, so I think my list got a little bit mixed up. I think that we skipped my number 7 because I'm like,
oh, deal with my fault.
It's all good. It's all good because now it's made me like move some things around in the right way. I think it makes more sense this way. So, for really quick, my number 7 is "Fuck You Mean" by Gunna. I liked that he just came back, basically said "fuck you," and then like dropped some real, some good shit. And it kind of shut up a lot of people. All of a sudden, a lot of niggas who gave a fuck about court and ratting and all types of shit kind of piped down all of a sudden. So, and I think it kind of changed people's like conception of like if you're a rapper, you go to court and you talk or whatever, your career is done. And he's shown like that's not the case. So that's
he proved it.
Huh?
I say he proved it single-handedly.
Exactly. And people could honestly do that, especially because not many people are talented enough to come back from some shit like that. So he did a really good job. So I had to have him on the list. But now my number 6 has to be Cobra by Megan Thee Stallion. Great idea for her to come out and was like, you know what? I'm not even going to do like my normal hot girl, bouncing around kind of shit. Because like we were even saying earlier on the list, like there's a lot of women now in the category. And I feel as though she doesn't have to rely so heavily on it. and because we know that she's gone through a lot of shit this year. So she didn't come out on some like, I'm gonna act like shit is good. She came out here like, you know what, let me tell you what the fuck has really been going on in my head, and in a way explain to you what I believe to be my rebirth. And I love that it was a little bit messy and it caused Party to be quite a lot messy. And I love that. That's what, you know, I've said it 1,000 times on here. I love rap beef, especially between two motherfuckers that really head. That shit is entertaining as fuck. So I was really entertained by this song. Also, shout out to the production on this song. Like, who the fuck was like, let's throw a guitar on this bitch? Like, whoever was doing that shit in the studio, shout outs to you. You did your big one, for real.
I was gonna say that's when you know they got a good ear.
Yeah.
When they hear the missing guitar in their head and they're like, this needs this, and then it makes it perfect. Right. And then to make it perfect, sprinkle a little guitar on that shit.
Man, I mean, they snapped.
I got a fever, and the only thing that'll cure it is more cowbell, nigga.
What? More cowbell, exactly. So she killed it. And even the visual, like, I mean, if you're into anime, you'll understand, you know, and honestly, I love like this emergence of anime in hip hop, because it's always been there. There's always been Black people who love anime, but I love now that the rappers are not like, I'm too cool to talk about it or I'm too cool to reference. Now they're like, yeah, I listen to that shit, and I'm gonna let you know by just sprinkling it into my music. So I love it.
It's like a lot of dudes' whole personas now is like that anime shit.
I mean, for a long time,
for real.
That was. I feel
that's
like
where Uzi gets a lot of his shit.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's exactly what I thought of too. I was like, Uzi seemed like an anime ass nigga.
100%.
1,000%. Yes, for sure. So yeah, so that was my number 6. Shout out to Meg. Who was next? Anybody? Did everybody do 6?
I think everybody did 6.
I guess
Eric,
you're right.
you did your 6?
We on 5.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
So 5 it is. Who wants to do number 5?
My number 5 is representing for the ladies.
Hey.
We got Big Glow, Big Cardi, tomorrow too.
Not the little ones.
No, definitely not the little ones. Definitely the big ones. Just like Big Butters trying to get in the shot.
Shout out Butters.
So I quote, Glorilla says, "Why did you confront me about a nigga, man? You bitches backwards coming at me about some niggas who I don't even find attractive." Like, I love that line. Like, first of all, bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even like that nigga like that. Like, what are you coming at me sideways? Like, that shit is hilarious to me. Like, just the way she phrased it. Like, they come at me about some niggas who I don't even find attractive. Like, it's very eloquent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, they really on this.
And then Cardi says, riding with my twin in them, and we all look good as fuck. She says she my op, but I don't know her. Had to look her up. That's crazy. Like, damn. Like, you say we're enemies, and I don't even know you exist. This is insane. Then she says, I know that I'm rich, but I can't help it, bitch. I'm hood as fuck. Like, so still don't play with me. You know what I mean? I can't put you in my business. You might wish me dead tomorrow. Bitches be on dick today. Sing every word of up tomorrow. Bitch, I still got cases open. Keep your mouth shut tomorrow. Play with me today and get some sleep. You know it's up tomorrow. Like,
she wasn't playing. She still did have that case pending.
And then here go the thing, right? Here's the thing. When she gets into this flow right here, when she says, fake bitch, that's why my friend fucked on your nigga. Aha. Both you bitches pussy. I think you should scissor. Allie, I need your opinion on this. She bought a chain. I bought the same one, even bigger. She throwing shots. That's how I know I got her triggered. Is she talking about one of the city girls?
Why? Why do you think that?
Because of the lines, fake bitch, that's why my friend fucked on your nigga. Talking about somebody who was fucking Diddy, I guess, behind a girl's back. Then both you bitches pussy. I think you should scissor. So there's 2 of them. then she bought a chain. I bought the same one, even bigger. And there are pictures of Cardi with the exact same chain that I'm pretty sure Young Miami has, but bigger. So yeah. Do you think she was actually talking about her, or is all that a coincidence? I'm just curious.
Now that you got me a little bit.
Yeah, now that you broke it down like that.
Exhibit A, Exhibit B, and compare. But
YouTube Shorts, they be putting the shit together for you. You know what I'm saying? You click on a reel, it'll put together the whole shit. You know what I mean? Also, she don't speak dog ho. She don't care what no bitch say. I stay on her mind. I got condos in that bitch head.
Yeah.
Cardi was talking shit on this song. I love this song.
Cardi was going crazy.
Cardi was going crazy.
Well, the only reason that I didn't, think that, like, even when you were like almost, we were breaking it down, the only part that really made me be like, oh, maybe it is the chain part, because I'm like, okay, because there's photos of them wearing the same chain. The only reason I didn't think that is because when there was a song with Young Miami and Cardi when JT was locked up. I think it was like, I need a slim fine woman with some I need a slim fine. Do it, baby. Stick it, baby. Lick it, baby. I think it was that.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, shit. Maybe the internet put a bunch of shit together that wasn't actually there. That might be the case.
Could be.
That's what I was asking. You might know. That's what I was asking. I don't know.
But
I saw that and I was like, that seems like 4 very specific lines in a row. I'm just saying. I will
say, people were trying to say that, like, once JT came back, there was a little bit of beef between, not even beef. They were trying to say that there was like some tension between JT and Cardi because they were all arguing about whether or not it was really a City Girl song or really if it was like Cardi jumped on the remix and like took it over. So I can now see that a little bit more, that like maybe it did start off as maybe something between JT and then maybe Young Miami decided to pick her stance, her side.
So if it was JT, then maybe that line was about one of Cardi's homegirls fucking with Uzi then.
Could be.
Possibly.
Who knows?
Which would also make sense, right?
You're right. Would totally make sense. So yeah, that's crazy.
Especially because that was JT who was flipping out on Uzi at the shit, right? At the concert.
They broke up. Yeah, after she did her explaining that, then they broke up. So
I mean, I feel like that timing coincides because all of that was happening right around the same time that, this song came out shortly after all of that shit.
Yeah.
This song, Tomorrow too, I think came out before
that. This came out before the Uzi JT squabble. Oh, yeah. Okay.
It came out before, but I'm sure it didn't help the relationship.
Like, no, I'm sure it didn't.
How a lot of shit can, add up cracks and shit. So I'm sure it didn't help if it is anything about them, So I love the insight though. Yeah, keep dropping some tea on us, please.
I mean, that's what YouTube says. I don't know nothing.
I'm glad you said it though. I'm glad you mentioned it. Okay, Eric, you're up, right?
Yeah. So we did briefly touch on this song already, but I will bring it up now for my number 5 as Gonna Fuck You Mean. You kind of already touched on everything that is great about this song, but yeah, I think the funniest thing to me about this song is that beat is like a really funny beat to me, just because of the thing in the background. Like that shit is just funny to me. I don't know why, because when I heard it in the car one day, I was like, I should be really annoyed by this song just because of the way that shit goes. But that shit just makes that song catchy as a motherfucker. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that was one of those. When I first heard this song, I was like, oh yeah, there's no way niggas are not gonna stop fucking with him once they hear this. Like it's gonna be impossible. And yeah, that was like the one that when like you see like the concert videos of like his like first shows breakout, like that's the one where everyone is just like fucking tripping to. So yeah, like shout out to Gunna for that song. That song is fucking fire.
Yeah, it is. You're so right. When I first heard that song, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And then at the end I'm like,
I didn't know. I could tell that was him. I could tell that was part of the beat. I could tell what it was at first. That shit is funny though.
It was, and it was good. Somehow it worked. It fucking worked. So shout out.
It did.
Okay. I think it's my turn, or is it Shane's turn?
It can be your turn.
Okay.
Right now, because I'm trying to find these lyrics for my number. We're on number 4 now, correct? Everybody did their number 5.
Yes, I just did my number 5.
I need to do my 5.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so for my number 5, it's got to be Red Ruby to Sleaze by Nicki Minaj. I had to throw her on the list some way, somehow. I do think that she had some other songs that maybe did better numbers, but I really like this one because I feel like she was like really talking her shit. And she kind of got like in her writer bag more than she has on like these other poppy songs like Pound Town, she had fun with Barbie World, she had fun with Ice Spice, same thing like with Princess Diana. So I like this one because it was her by herself and she was talking her shit. So she goes off and she says, only on them seas if it's breeze, Red Ruby to Sleaze, Chinese on my sleeve, these wannabe Chun-Lees. Anyway, ni hao. Who the fuck told bitches they was me now? I knew these bitches was slow. I ain't know these bitches see now. Married a shooter because you niggas try to breathe loud. Boom your face off, then I tell them ceasefire. I'm the A-B side. And then honestly, one of my favorite ones, my favorite line out of this had to be 700 on the horses when we fixing to leave. But I don't fuck with horses since Christopher Reeves. I was like, Nikki, not you remembering Christopher Reeves.
Hey,
like, wait a minute, what did
and that's hard too. That's hard too, because I ain't fucking with horses either. You know what I'm saying? I understand.
Right.
Eminem had 1,000 bars about that nigga because of a goddamn horse. So
yeah. I just love that, like, all of a sudden she remembered it. Like, it's not, like, in the news right now. You know what I mean? Shout out, I think that he actually passed away.
Yeah,
so
he definitely did. He definitely did.
Nikki, all of a sudden we decided we was talking about horses. We just pulled some shit up out the fucking vault. So I really like how she went in on this fucking one. And I, every time she be talking her shit, she does not hold back. Like, so the whole, like, I knew these bitches was slow, but I ain't know these bitches see now. Like, whoo, he was just so rude.
When she gets to talking about these bitches, I fuck with that Nikki. I fuck with that Nikki. When Nikki is talking about these bitches, like, I'm like, what these bitches do, Nikki? Like, I'm all ears.
Like, tell me
what they did. What these bitches done did. Like, let me know.
Why they ain't shit?
They done fucked up clearly.
Yeah, they definitely fucked up. Like, just
let
me
know. I need to know how.
Yeah.
Exactly. She gonna tell you. She gonna rip these bitches down in the bar. So yeah, I actually, when I first heard this, I liked the beat. I forgot if you want me to stay. Like, I love that beat. I thought it was dope that she like sped it up and she just decided to spit all over it because it was not what I was expecting. So yeah, altogether, I think it really just worked. I think it sucks because I feel like it should have done better than it did because the bars was good, but that's neither here nor there. So that's my number 5.
For sure.
Yeah.
Eric, you want to shoot your number 4?
Yeah, I'll shoot my number 4. We can talk about it briefly because Shane, you covered it perfectly. But another Larry June song. This is my last Larry June song on the list, but Pop Out featuring Schoolboy Q. But what I will say about this is I put this song higher on my list for the opposite reason that Shane put it lower on his list. So the reason that he did is because it just came out, so he felt like it was a little too soon to put it up so high. For me, I can't remember the last time I just ran a song back repeatedly over and over and over and over again, like I did this song when I first heard it. And so for me, it has to be that high on my list because when I first started like really falling in love with music and getting to listen to my own songs like by myself, when I found one song that I really liked, that was something that I did like just coming up. Run that shit back over and over again. Play it back, run it back, play it again, run it back, play it again. And I haven't done that with a song in a really long time. So it was really, really refreshing to do it with this song. It's just one of those songs where it's impossible to be in a bad mood when it comes on. It really is. The beat is groovy as a motherfucker. They're talking their shit. They're talking about positivity, healthy shit, like all that type of shit. So
Yeah.
like it's just a really like I really mean it. It's a really feel good song. Like you can hit the dance and shit like that. Like you do whatever you want to that song. That shit is the shit. I'm telling you. So that is why that song is so high on my list, because again, I haven't ran a song back this much in years.
Yeah, I love that. And I love like that you said that it's this like conscious moment that is actually becoming a lot more cool. Before it was like these, I feel like these you know, a little bit more underground, maybe more obscure rappers that were just doing, you know, the conscious shit, being like, you know, I'm taking my time, drinking my water, and taking my vitamins, like positivity, like, you know, before it was more of like a rarity, and then now all of a sudden it seems like it's bubbling up, like the big rappers are starting to get onto it and starting to realize, like even Schoolboy Q, like I remember there was a time that he probably wouldn't have even touched some shit like that, you know, but now it's his vibe. So I love that, and I love these two rappers together, so good choice for sure. Shane, what do you think?
So my number 4, I can't really spend a lot of time on it necessarily because there's no lyrics for it anywhere. I've just been searching for the bars. All I can do realistically is just kind of describe the sound, but it's the song is called Stop Lying by Draco the Ruler and Ralphie the Plug. And see, like,
I'm like, I want to know now what is going on.
Like, here's the thing. I appreciate originality, right? I really do. And I feel like with rap, there's only so many flows, there's only so many, especially when we kind of pigeonhole ourselves to certain subjects, right? Like if you're rapping about streets or the club or whatever, like you sort of pigeonhole yourself, and there's only so many flows after a while that you can spit on a beat. You know what I mean? Like there's only so many double time flows that exist. Like there's different ways to freak flows and all of that, but at the end of the day, you've basically heard everything that can be done on a beat. So whenever anybody figures out a different way to do that, I appreciate it, especially if they can do it in a way that is like lyrical on some level. And I do feel like Draco is one of those guys who was, you know, well known for that. His flow, it was on beat, but it was like he just found a completely different pocket to land his rhymes in, if that makes sense. So it's like he wasn't rapping on the drum, he wasn't rapping on like none of that shit that like conventional rappers rap to. Like he was rapping like before the drum, but it was consistently before that same spot before the drum every time. So it is technically on beat. But he just like found different pockets in different ways, and Ralphie's his brother, and he basically kind of, you know, just took that same thing and does the same thing with it. But you know, this is one of the more popular songs off of their project that came out this last year called The Cold Day in Hell. I think it might have been Draco's last project before he passed away. So yeah, Stop Lying, Draco and Ralphie.
Okay, I like.
Why you start laughing, Eric?
Song's fantastic. and they like when they get on the track together, their style together like gets even more ridiculous, but in the best way possible.
Okay.
Like it gets extra ridiculous, but I love it.
I like that though.
But like they say clever shit. Like that's the thing. They say clever stuff. It's just that it's so unorthodox, like the pocket that they're rapping in. You're like, wait, what? Like,
it's like, how did you even think to say it like this, nigga?
Like,
what
it's super original though, and I'm like, you know, I got to give you kudos because it's hard to find a new way to rap.
Yeah,
it really is.
Even if you're being goofy, like that's talent though, right? So I gotta go listen to that just off of Eric. His cosign with the laugh, like I immediately. Okay, Eric, what about you?
What number are we on? We're on
Oh, wait.
4. Oh no,
Yeah.
We're still on 4.
yeah, we're still on 4.
Yeah, we're on 4.
Yeah, I did my 4 already.
Oh, okay, then I can do
Oh, you
mine.
did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Sorry. There's just so many goddamn songs. I'm like, who's
Right.
Okay, so for me,
It's all good. We're getting towards the end. You know what I'm saying? We good.
yeah, we getting there. Okay, so for me, number 4, I rank this one as number 4 because it's not like a radio hit necessarily, but I just love that it's like this nigga really snapped. So let me explain. So the song is First Person Shooter by Drake, but for real, when I wrote this shit down in my notes, I said by J. Cole featuring Drake.
That's how you know.
That's how you know. Like, yo, Drake, I'm so sorry, baby, but like, you should have like told that nigga, all right, thank you so much for coming to the studio. And then you should have looked at everybody in the motherfucking room and been like, we're rewriting this shit until fucking tomorrow dawn. Like, we'll push back the album because there's no way he just murdered me on my own shit. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand. So I can't even. To be totally honest, I'm gonna skip over Drake's shit because I don't care what he was talking about. I'm just gonna get into J. Cole and explaining why this nigga is just on something else. So for me, I don't want to go too long into it, but this is where it kind of starts off for me. So nigga so thirsty to put me in beef, dissecting my words and starting looking too deep. I look at the tweets and start sucking my teeth. I'm gonna let it rock because I love the mystique. I still want to get me a song with YB. Can't trust everything that you saw on IG. Just know if I diss you, I'd make sure you know that I hit you like I'm on your caller ID. Like, ooh. And then I'm naming the album The Fall Off. It's pretty ironic because it ain't no fall off for me. Still in this bitch getting bigger than waiting on the kid to come drop like a father to be. Ooh. Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot? Is it Aubrey? Or me? We the big 3 like we started a league. But right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. Like, just slapped you all over your shit. Like, I don't know why Drake let him do this. But I'm glad that he let him. I'm glad that he wasn't like, you know what? Because this is so hard. I'm going to like keep it in the vault. I'm glad that Drake it was like, you know what, we still got to put it out, you know, right? Like this shit is still hard, but
right. Thank you for being business minded, Drake.
Very, but I feel like Drake is gonna have to come back and get his. Like, you guys.
Cole even said that though. Cole said that.
Yeah,
he was like, I don't think that he thinks that's the only song we're gonna do together. Like, okay, so I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
That's why Evil Ways came out.
Say it again.
That's why Evil Ways came out.
Oh, really? Is that?
I think so.
I
mean, it came out very shortly after that song came out. So.
Oh yeah, because
you know what I mean?
Because Drake was trying to prove.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And on that song, they went way more back and forth than on the other one.
Got you. Okay, I need to listen to that one again because you're right. I think someone did tell me that, and I was like, get out of here. But you know what? I believe it. I believe it. I believe he tried. So I'm gonna listen to it off of your cosign alone. But okay, but yeah, that's my number 4. Just because if Drake had really like brought it, you know, I think it could have been way higher up on the list, to be honest. But that's just my number 4.
I mean, number 4 is pretty good. You know, that's in the upper half of the 10. So
yeah, especially because it didn't come out.
A lot of music that comes out. I was gonna say it's a lot of music that comes out every year. So you know, to make the top 10 in somebody's list is impressive. So
he deserves it. Cole deserves
they should, yeah. Shout out Cole.
Shout out Cole. Drake, will see you on the next one.
That's everybody's number 3 or number 4.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shit. Eric, did you say Big Dog by Benny already?
Was
that on your list?
The song Big Dog? No.
That's not on your list? Oh, I thought it was. Damn.
No.
Womp womp. Well, that's my number 3.
There you go.
That's my number 3 is Big Dog, Benny and Wayne. It's a little hard to, you know, like it's hard to rap like these niggas sometimes. But King of New York, a Buffalo nigga. Okay, I said it. I hear you rappers claiming the crown. If you want it, you got to come get it. New MGK Revin. Hold up. Oh, I want that new 911. Walking that bitch spending cash, so it ain't no need to run up my credit. Like, Benny be breaking down smart balling at the, like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, no, I'm balling, but I'm doing it in a smart way. So, like, walking that bitch spending cash, so it ain't no need to run up my credit. Like, that's smart balling, you know. We the Sopranos, bitch, them niggas who like to buy guns and ice out infinity links. Working the pot. Nah, that ain't water. It's Monster Energy drink. You probably know me from narcotic dealing. I can't go back. Already know what I gave them traps. My criminal record ain't on wax. I made those racks. Birdman dropped me off right at the front, and I came through fresh. Like, he has a dope ass flow. Like, I mean, I'm sure on the beat, it sounds way crazier than I'm making it sound right here. I'm reading though, you know what I mean? But then of course we got Wayne, New Orleans to Buffalo, big dog, Siberian husky flow. I've been a big dog since a puppy though. My kennel is a bungalow. You can walk the dog. I still run this hoe. Run from me niggas that be barking, turn to hush puppies. Fuck money. I throw bread out like I'm duck hunting. Bitches be on me like fleas. I don't need no Bugs Bunny. Tunchi and the butcher. I shoot you. He'll jug you. The mute be on the blooker. That's the Uzi and the shusha. The doopies looking fuller and the jewels be full of boogers. Like, Wayne was going nuts on this shit. Like, you know, Wayne had a crazy year.
He did. He
for
really
features.
did.
For
Yes,
features, Wayne just went nuts.
Lately I've been loving, okay, wait, no, because I was going to say lately I love him on features. I've always loved Wayne on features, but this year, like, more.
It's a little different,
because,
right?
Yeah, and because, like, to be totally honest, like, Wayne is such, I mean this in the best way possible. He's such a weirdo. He's done so much shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I do.
When it comes to his own projects, you can tell he's like, I want to do something I haven't fucking done before. So, like, he's always gonna do something weird. Like, the cat food thing, I wasn't a fan of. But, like, him and Benny, him and 2 Chainz, I'm like, let me listen, because I know Benny's gonna pick some hard ass shit. I know 2 Chainz gonna pick some hard ass shit, like beats wise, you know, concept wise. And it's gonna be some shit that I can listen to rolling down the street in a nice good ass day or whatever.
Smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice.
You know what I'm saying? In the hood. So, but yeah, like, I love that he will still jump on their shit, because sometimes I want to listen to his album for this, but he ain't gonna do this on his shit anymore. So, and then he's gonna team up with Benny the Butcher's like. So you decided to team up with another real rap nigga. Like, I love it. I respect it.
And that's the thing. When Wayne get on a song with real rap niggas, he knows, like, all right, I know what niggas are expecting, so let me step my shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
right. Let me put the skateboard down. Let me pick the lighter back up and flick it in his microphone, so niggas know what time it is.
And we do every time.
We be knowing immediately. Like, oh, okay, it's one of them. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah, Wayne has shown that he's gonna be looked at as one of the greatest legacy rappers that has ever gone down in history.
Yeah,
because of how good he still continues to be.
Yeah, yeah, for real. Like, I'm always like, this is gonna be the one that, like, he ain't shit, but no, majority of the time
he low key getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how he's still getting better.
Well, because his style's evolving. Like, I used to always feel like he was a lot more one dimensional. Like during his like real on top of the world run, I felt like he was like
really
one like even a little before then, like the run leading up to Lollipop, damn near, like when he was dropping like crazy mixtapes and he was on that other stupid feature run, just going crazy on everybody's shit. I feel like he was like basically just at that time he was really just a punchline nigga. Like, just punch. Every bar's a punch, and that was it. Like, whereas before that, when he was Hot Boy Wayne, like he wasn't as lyrical necessarily, but he was like experimental with his flows and, you know, different things like that. And then he kind of crossed over and was, you know, around Carter time, was doing a little bit more like storytelling in his shit and more reflecting and, You know, he had shit like I Miss My Dogs, and you know, all of the intros coincided, the intros and the interlude and the closing all coincided with each other. He was telling one story, like, you know, he got in that bag. But then after that, it was just punchlines for a long ass time. It was just punch. And then he started doing his auto-tune shit. Like, I feel like within like the last 5-6 years, though, he's really gotten back in that like spitting bag.
Yeah.
Where it's almost like, okay, niggas know I can punch. I'm gonna sprinkle that in, but let me show you what else I can really do now. Like, he's grown up as a lyricist, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like a song like Mahogany is not a lot of punchlines, but like it's clever as fuck. The whole song, like, you know what I'm saying? And the flow is crazy. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. People forget that like we really did watch him grow up. Like
Right.
he apparently, so I was talking to my dad about it and I was like, yeah, Dad, can you believe like he's been doing this since he's like 14? My dad was like, no, more like 9 or 10 or something.
Yeah.
Like what? Like
I think his first local, what we would consider to be just like a independent album or a mixtape now, I think that came out when he was 12.
That's crazy.
It was him and BG, and their group name was the BGs at the time.
I love that.
Yeah. Yep.
That's so dope. So yeah, shout out to Wayne. Like he's definitely gonna be one of those that like grows with you, might go in a different direction, but then he gonna come right back around and you gonna respect him. So
hell yeah.
Shout out to Wayne. Okay, so we're on number 3. Eric, do you want to do yours? Because honestly, we've already said my number 3, so we don't really got to focus on mine for too long.
Cool. We'll do my number 3. My number 3, free my nigga Thugger. The song is called From a Man by Young Thug. This is the first song that I heard in a long time that actually made me miss Young Thug's music. When I first heard that album that he dropped with Metro Boomin this year, there were a few songs on there that were like cool. They were good, but it wasn't that Young Thug sound that like I really like. And this to me is the perfect Young Thug sound for anybody who actually likes him. And if you want to hear him rap a little bit, he's rapping on this shit. And the thing I like about it is we're going to talk about Wayne a lot more when we get up to my number 1 pick, really. But the thing I like about this song a lot is that it reminds me of when Thug was getting a lot of those Wayne comparisons when Thug was rapping on songs. And I like it on this because you can tell just by some of the flow patterns that he chooses. Like in the beginning of the song, on one of the parts in the lyrics, he goes, "Magnificent purposes, you could tell by the letterman. I'm turned up on medicine. I'm still streaming pussy nigga. Show me a better man. Rolls Royces, umbrellas. I done turned to a felon." Like you can just tell by that little flow pattern. Like I can just hear the slight Wayne influence in it just by like how he weaves in and out the beat. On another part, he's like, "Trapping in my Reebok, I don't see op. I'm just trying to get my re-rock, but I don't want to be ops." Like I can just hear him hearing that like early like Wayne influence and like taking it and putting it into his own on this song. And I really like that. And he does it a lot throughout the song, but then he also gives you like, you know, the Thug harmonies, like all that good shit throughout the song. And it's not a long song either. It's only like maybe like 2 minutes and some change, but to me it was better than any Thug song that was on that other album that he dropped, and it came out pretty recently, but it was the one that I ran back the most, that I was like, this is the one that I wish that he was out for and able to like do something with it, because I really like it. So yeah, and it grew on me a lot. So yeah, shout out to Thug. I really like this track.
Yeah. Shane, have you heard this song?
I don't believe so, unless Eric's been playing it around here.
Maybe I might have played it once or twice.
Saying? Yeah, I can't lie. Like,
I fuck with rapping Thug though. I will say that. So you know, I would listen to it. Like I like rapping Thug. I don't necessarily like screechy auto tune trying to sing all high Thug. I don't like that. Yeah, because I don't like that. I don't like when anybody does that. Like, you know what I mean? Anybody who's not actually a singer, who's trying to hit high notes and do all this weird shit. Like, no, I don't want to hear that from anybody who's not a singer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Flat out. Like, there's nobody. I don't Future, Wayne, Thug. I don't want to hear from none of you. Like, nobody. Like, if you're gonna use auto-tune and do shit like that, that's cool. Like, stay in your pocket though. Like, make it sound good. Like, I don't, that's all I'm saying. Like, and I feel like Thug has a tendency to go outside of his vocal range a little too much for my taste. So I prefer rapping Thug because he does have the ability. Like, he does have the skills to put together flows that sound dope in a rap form on beats. Like, he has that ability. I've heard him do it. So I'm like, okay, I know you can do that. Do that more. Like, do that more and I'm gonna fuck with you. But I don't know if he's trying to get a mid-30s person to listen to his music. I don't know if I'm who he's going for. So
Got you. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
That was kind of the other reason why I like this, because I don't know what it was, but I don't know if it was something about the beat, but or just the shit that he was talking on the song, but it even just felt a little more mature. Like, it didn't seem like he was talking about a lot of dumb shit on the song.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the other thing that, like, I appreciated about it. So, like, one of the first parts, he opens up about talking about raising his kids on the track. So
wow.
he's thinking a little more ahead than he was a couple of years ago.
Right.
So
okay, really quick, can I say an unpopular opinion?
Go right. Please.
Go ahead.
I really hope they don't shred me up for this. Not that I would ever wish this on anyone, but it just seems that all of a sudden the abilities of the rappers go up like tenfold, especially when it comes to the lyrics. Unpopular opinion: sending one of your favorite rappers to jail, or just a rapper going to jail, period. All of a sudden, they step up the bars, they get their lyrics together, and they become better artists overall. That is just what I've noticed. It just seems as though, like, they sit down, they really think about, now, what the fuck do I want to say? What do I need to get off my chest? They're thinking about their family more, like you were saying, Eric. They're thinking about their decisions, their life, all types of things. And I like that introspection. And it sucks that they have to go to jail to do that. Like, I really wish that sometimes that they would truly be able to do it on an island. But it's almost like you kind of need that struggle. People really, really sleep on the fact that, struggle, hard times, like, that makes for way better of a story, way better of like a comeback. You know what like, it just makes a person have character and not just be a character, if that makes sense. So
no, for sure.
I think I definitely think they start to take, especially, I think I agree with you if you're talking about artists who are about to face like a long stretch. Like, if they're about to do some time, yeah. Like, I agree with you. I think what I see from people who are about to go away for like a few years, maybe, 2 years, 3 years, something like that, is they'll just put out a lot of shit, or they'll just record a lot of shit. It doesn't necessarily have to be the best stuff. Yeah. They just record a whole lot before they go in, so that way they can consistently drop while they're in there, and it kind of feels like they're not really gone. You know what I mean? Because that's kind of the thing. Like, I think that's happens to artists too a lot, is when they get locked up, when they get out, they can't really get that thing back that made them hot in the first place. Like we saw with Bobby Shmurda. Like, Bobby Shmurda's been out of prison for a couple years. Like, he didn't drop shit. We ain't heard shit from Bobby since you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if he's interested in rap at all anymore. He's like,
I mean, he came out.
He's been dropping music. That's the thing, but no one cares.
Exactly.
See, that's nuts. I didn't even know that. So, like, and that was no diss. Shout out to Bobby. Like,
and that is no diss. That is no diss. I love Bobby Shmurda.
But yeah, that's crazy. So that's what I mean. Like, I think it's harder for them to maintain their buzz when they go in, especially for a long time. Or they just kind of lose that thing that made us fuck with them in the first place. So
sometimes it's like a moment, like Gunna actually had a career. I'm also thinking of like Meek Mill. Like, they had careers that were pretty established. But you're right. I think the length of a bid can really determine, like, all right, am I gonna fuck around and just
Right.
like put out a whole bunch of shit like you said?
Because like in
It's
Thug's case, he might be going away for 20 years or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if that's the case, like his last piece of music has to be something that matters. And you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because that's going to be the last thing he gets to leave us with, you know, for,
Yeah.
Right.
absolutely.
Because
yeah,
in 20 years, definitely ain't nobody checking for him,
Yeah.
yeah, you got a
you
point.
know?
Totally do.
So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to get that off my chest because I'm like, it just seems like a coincidence. I don't know. But okay, so for my number 3, we've already said it before. It's already been on the list. I had to put it up here because I had to represent for the rap girlies. Okay, Tomorrow 2, Cardi B and Girl
hey,
had to do it. Long ass weave, it be tickling my ass crack, like all of that. All of that. Like every time that fucking song comes on, I'm like, all you bitches sweet, and I'll always get my lick, boo. Like, yes, like I love it. I just love the energy, and I love that it was like it kind of started like getting the rap girls to be like, oh, okay, we talking shit, we spitting a little bit. Okay, let me get my shit together. So I like that the girls were doing more collabs, you know, big names.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And I like just because this was my pick also earlier for number 5. I just like in the video, like it was a typical drill video. It was a
It was
typical
like so much fun. Yes.
Chicago drill or New York drill video or a West Coast style like barbecue gangbanging video. It was all of those, but all chicks. And I'm like, that's
Yes.
fire. Like that's hard.
Yes. I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, and I felt like the other ladies was like, oh, okay, that's what the fuck we're doing, because like Glorilla came out like that. So then for her to do it with Cardi, they was like, oh, so we really doing this?
Oh, we on that. Okay.
Right. Oh, we on that type of time. Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Now all of a sudden Lotto gotta have a gang, and we all outside. All of a sudden, fucking what's her name? Ice Spice shutting down the deli, got all the bitches out. Like, I love it. I love it. Oh, Sexy Rez. They everywhere. So
More girls shutting the block down. I'm with it.
Yeah.
I love it.
If I'm driving down the street
Gang
and I
them.
just see the block shut down and it's all bitches, what? What?
Like
Immediately like,
whip. Literally. So,
yo, what is going on right now?
Oh, so you just see a curly fro leading the way. You like, oh, okay, all right.
Right.
exactly. So yeah, I could not deny it. I had to put them on the list. I feel like they did such a good job for representing the ladies, and they opened up the year on some real crazy shit, and that's what we needed. So shout out to them.
Thanks.
That's my number 3. All right. So now has everybody done number 3?
We on number 2.
We got number 2. It's getting tight.
Getting that nitty gritty.
It is. Okay, just because this just goes into the same vibe of what I was just saying, that's why I gotta just get it off my chest. Put it on the floor with Lotto and Cardi B was my number 2. Same reasoning. They got the rap bitches out, they got the girlies out, they got the baddies out. I loved it, and what we just said, the whole like we bringing all the bitches out, you know, whether I think they were like their theme was they was in the jewelry store and they were in like a trap house party, whatever. I just loved it. I thought it was cute. I thought it was fun. And I liked the Detroit influence. And I was like, okay, like Detroit is making the map, even though Lotto and Cardi B are not from Detroit. I'm gonna let them slide with it. I liked it. So that was my number 2.
Well, I was gonna say I like that type of shit. I like when people purposely make a song that is clearly from a region that they're not from, almost as if like a ode to that region. It's almost like, this is my personal shout out to you. I fuck with California, so since I'm not from Cali, I'm gonna make a West Coast banger. You know what I'm saying? Like I almost interpret it that way. They like, I fuck with Detroit, so let's make some shit that they would make. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and I hope that's how they took it. I'm not from Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that that's how they took it for real, because I think that it has helped open the door for even more Detroit artists and that Detroit sound, you know, to make its way like mainstream for sure. But
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what about you guys?
Shit, speaking of the Detroit sound, my number 2 is One Time, Icewear Vezo and Jeezy. I feel like this is probably an important song for Icewear Vezo in his career because, you know, he's been grinding in Detroit for a long time, over since before 2010. So probably like 15 years now, with Team Eastside, the Green Guys, you know what I mean? And then just kind of by himself doing his solo thing. But this song was on the DJ Drama mixtape. They put together a Gangsta Girls mixtape earlier this year. And
That's a good mixtape.
yeah, it is. It's really dope. And this was the lead single off of that mixtape. And it was just, like I said, I think it was important for his career because it really put him out there on like a national stage. Like, you know, his videos always did numbers and stuff like that, you know, just off of the independent support he got, you know, like a lot of people in Detroit, a lot of the rappers, you know, have kind of a fan base in like Kentucky, a fan base in Virginia, a fan base in Milwaukee, kind of, you know, those regions kind of listen to our music. So, you know, those places plus Detroit itself, you know, you can get a few million views on your videos and stuff like that on a pretty, you know, regular basis if you drop consistently. But it's different when you got Jeezy on your record. You know what I'm saying? Because that takes you to the whole country, you know, and DJ Drama screaming on your record. You know what I mean? So that you know, it puts you in a different stratosphere. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think that record was very important, and it's just a dope record. So shout out and Drama.
Hell yeah. Seriously, shout out to the whole Gangsta Grills. They be killing it. Like, seriously, I'm always shocked. I'm like, I'm just like waiting for them to get like a real club banger so people can then be like, you know what? Like, I've been sleeping on these fucking mixtapes. Like, I feel like if you're into rap, you're going to, like, when they drop, you're gonna listen. But like, people, you know, who just don't know won't know for the longest. And I feel so
I love that that Drama still has that effect with, like, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Because it's like, the second you see, oh, it's a DJ Drama Gangsta Girls, oh, I'm listening to it.
Yep.
You half the time you won't even care who the artist is, because you'll be like, oh, Drama's doing it. It must be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
like
how I be feeling. That's how I be feeling. Like, especially during like his real like super heyday and like the 2000s. Like, if it said Gangsta Girls on that shit, I was listening to. I think I said this last week. I think that's I said that's the whole reason I ever gave Asher Roth a try, was because
Yeah, you did say that.
Because Don Cannon did his mixtape. It was a Gangsta Girls mixtape that Don Cannon and DJ Drama did. I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it a try. It's probably fire, and it was. And I was like, oh shit. Okay, this nigga's nice. Who the fuck is this? Like, that's what I was saying. If I Love College was the first song I ever heard of Asher Roth, I'd be like, this nigga's trash. But I heard that mixtape first, and I was like, nah, that's who Asher Roth is, so he can rap. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yo, honestly, like every time I think of Gangsta Girls, I think of the tag. Like, it's undeniable. Like, they've been around, like you said, for a while now. So, and I'm glad that they got the picks, like, for real. Like, stop sleeping girls, for real. But okay, Eric, I think you're up.
Oh man. My number 2 is Talking Crazy by Rio the Young OG.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna recite a couple of lines off this song, and this is just why it's my favorite. This is one of my favorites. This is a 41 millimeter. Niggas petty buying ones, pouring millimeters. I got a zipper dog stronger than some skillet cleaner. I ain't got time to box with you. I be killing people. And then if you scroll down a little bit, let's see. You ran 100 up off EDD. You better thank Trump. Bitch ain't take a shower before we fuck. She got a stank butt. And then one of my other favorite ones. Would you believe me if I told you I was sipping red? Would you believe me if I told you all the shit I did? Would you believe me if I told you I fucked her and ain't get the head? Bitch sent a whole paragraph. I left the bitch on red. Trying to sleep with 6 hoes tonight. I need a bigger bed.
Shout
I
out
love really
Rio.
talking this shit.
Yeah.
Rio
Shout out
going
Rio.
crazy.
Free Rio, man. I had to pick one song from him, and that was one of them because he just makes me laugh on a regular occasion. So
Very, very
Yeah.
regular basis. You're cracking up at Rio. His
yeah,
goofy ass.
right.
I love when people don't take it too serious. I think that there's a space for them, and there's people who are like, no, like if you gonna rap, you gotta be like, man, shut up. Like, it's not everybody's listening for that shit, and don't get me wrong,
Right.
or at least like not all the time, 24/7. You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah, I love when people just like to be goofy, but kind of spit some shit. So shout out to Rio and Eric. You've definitely been riding for for a minute now. So I hope you got some fans up off you.
Oh, I'm
Right.
sure he does. I'm sure he does.
Dope. That's a good one. Okay.
My boy.
Okay. So, are we on number 1 yet, or no?
Did you do your number 2?
I did. Mine was put it on the floor.
We are number 1.
We're at
Number 1.
Drum roll.
Who's gonna do the honors though? Who's gonna do their first number 1?
I'll do the honors because I'm the guest of honor on the show, I guess, right?
Yes.
Not really, but
Sure.
89 Earthquake, Larry June is my number 1.
Ooh.
Really?
That is the first song that I heard off of the Alchemist Larry June project, and I was bumping that shit for weeks before the album came out, and I was like, Eric, because remember when I first heard the song, I was like, yo, Eric, these niggas need to do an album together. And then like 2 weeks later, they dropped another song, and I was like, nigga, I think they got an album coming.
And then I told you, I was like, yeah, they do.
Yeah, I was hyped, nigga. And it didn't disappoint because last week it was my number 1 album of the year. And 89 Earthquake for sure was a great representation of that album for sure. Like my favorite song of the year without question. Love this song.
That's dope. I honestly, people give Larry June a lot of shit, but like that coming from you, Shane, you niggas better go listen to that shit. Like Shane don't play around about his music picks. He would never just give the number 1 spot to just
no.
anybody. So the fact that you gave it to Larry June, and I like Larry. Now you got me like, let me look this up immediately because
that album was my number 1 on my list last week too. So yeah, go listen to that. Yeah, go listen to that.
Okay, yeah. Y'all are definitely spitting today, so I'm definitely gonna look that up. That sounds like a great pick. What about your pick, Eric? What's your number 1?
Whew, all right. This was a tough one. I actually switched this around a little bit, but I feel confident. My number 1 song of the year is 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne, Oprah and Gail featuring Benny the Butcher. I know this came out kind of recently, which is why I was switching it around a little bit, but I feel confident about putting it at number 1 because of how good of a song it is. I mean, who do you guys think has the best verse on it? Because this is another one that I kind of debate a lot. I say Wayne, but I often flip between Wayne and Benny's on some days. But This is just one of those where all 3 of these guys brought it. This showed me that, just like Shane said in the beginning, that Wayne is getting better at rapping. And I love that 2 Chainz kept up with them. Because I feel like people have been kind of acting like 2 Chainz kind of fell off a little bit. And I feel like on this song specifically, like kind of throughout the whole album too, but on this song specifically, he showed that he could keep up. And I really appreciated that. So yeah, I feel very confident with saying this is my favorite song of the year because I've ran it back so many times since it came out. So yeah. And
the thing I think about 2 Chainz, the thing I think about 2 Chainz also though is because he's another guy who doesn't always have to take himself seriously. So rappers who don't always take themselves seriously are often kind of labeled as not serious rappers. So they kind of get an unfair stigma put on them, kind of like a Ludacris or like a Redman or certain like Eminem in certain cases. You know what I mean? Like there's certain people who it's like, because they have a more playful side or a more silly side that they're like open about in the music, they kind of get cast aside as like not, excuse me, like not a serious lyricist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when
Yeah.
you put Wayne and Benny on a song, excuse me again, you know you have two beasts. So it's like you gotta keep up. But 2 Chainz shows that no, I don't always have to be the silly nigga who's, you know what I'm saying, dancing with the super long arms and all of that shit. Like I don't gotta do that all the time. Like I can just rap with you niggas also and show you that side. You know what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah.
You got to do that every now and then. So salute my man Titty Boy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Duffel Bag Boys. Remember when
yeah.
rock that shit?
Wayne was spitting that hook with passion.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
I'll do nothing.
He wasn't bullshitting. He wasn't playing.
He was not. Oh my god, that's so funny. That was such a good impersonation. I can't. Eric, yo, you read my mind. That's my number one as well.
Let's go.
By Wayne, 2 Chainz, Benny the Butcher. I got so hyped just when I got hyped when you guys were like, oh yeah, like they're doing Color Grove too. I was like, oh, it's lit. You know, 2 Chainz and Wayne. I love Wayne because he's like one of my favorite lyricists. I love 2 Chainz because I love like he always brings such a good vibe on his projects, whether it's a song, whether it's an album. Like I can put him on and I feel like most people around me are gonna vibe with him in some way, in some kind of way, you know, and they're not gonna be like offended by anything that he says for real. So I love that they came together. But then when I saw that Benny was on it too, I was like, oh, I can't even listen to the rest of the fucking album. I have to go listen to that shit first because he's one of my favorite real rappers. So them all on it is amazing, but I will have to say I think that Wayne did it again like he always does, and I felt like he really took the shine. I think Benny tried. My nigga Benny really came in. He was not holding back, but it's just something about Wayne's punches. Like he doesn't hold back. So for me, like for example, I was gonna give a couple lines that were my favorite. So hopping out of slide outs, running through a walkthrough, coupe on big wheels like a pony wearing horseshoes, tall money shoes, long money, long ooh, champagne poppy part 2, she my corkscrew. Like, ooh, tattoos over war wounds, wrist like it's on Zoom. Like, oh my God. He also says an anime line, neck look like anime or cartoons, art to him. Like, yo, like shout out to Wayne being a weirdo and throwing the anime lover some shine in there. And then there's another one that I feel like at first almost went over my head, but I'm also glad that I'm looking at the lyrics right now. Like, I didn't even realize that's also what he was saying. So the one that I'm talking about is, what's a young man without a check? Just a jump man. Fuck that. Jordan me. Like at first, I thought he was just saying like Jordan me, like, you know, like fuck that, like just make me Jordan. But then now I get it. He's saying Jordan, like meme, like, or however you pronounce it, mimi or mean, however they say it. Like that's really what he meant. So like, what's a young man without a check? Nike check. Just a jump man, as in Jordan. Fuck that Jordan meanie. Like if you're gonna try and play me or whatever, if you're gonna make me anybody, then fuck it, just make me Jordan mean. I don't give a fuck. I'm still the GOAT. Like, that went over so many niggas' head, and I love it. I love this Wayne. I love him in this bag on this type of song with some other rap ass niggas. It was just for real.
I knew it was like he was cooking in that verse when he got into this our team, my regime, I'm a higher being, purple smoke, fire green, sweet and sour cream. That's when he got into that bag, I was like, oh nah, he cooking. Like he started going crazy, dog. This was for sure one of my favorites, like in a long time.
And then I was having a debate with somebody, and they were like, he didn't punch in on this verse not once. And I was like, you telling me he started from the top and just, you know, like completely didn't take a break, didn't like, okay, we're just gonna like make it seem like we were debating for a long time.
I'd have to hear it again. Because you can tell.
That's
Yeah.
You can tell.
They were telling me that you can tell. And I was like, so you're telling me at no point. So we actually listened to it a few times. And I was like, I think you might got a point, nigga. Like, you might got a point. So also, we've given the fans a few things to debate about, but let me know what you think. Because I'm still thinking about that one in real life. I would never take anything away from him if he did punch it in. But if he didn't,
that's incredible.
Yeah, that's wild if he did.
Seriously. So let us know what you guys think. Yeah, honestly, this has been a great list. I think that we all did a really good job. We got some obscure joints. We got some real like mainstream joints. We got a lot in here, and I think that we did a really good job. That's just my opinion. I hope that everybody liked it too. This is a long ass episode. I'm just now looking at how long you're running.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we hitting y'all with we giving y'all a lot of content at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? The last episode, I think, ran about the same. So you got plenty of content, plenty of bar exam shit to hold you over for, like, you know, for the next month.
Plenty of debate in every, you know, in these episodes, especially. Like, not, you know, it's healthy debate. You know what I mean? So fans really like run with this one. And I hope that you guys tell us what we missed out on. Because I know that some of y'all are like, oh, hell nah. Like, please let us know. We want to be educated. Put us on, okay? So I hope that you guys like this episode of Bar Exam. We ran through our top 10 songs of 2023. Be sure to catch us every Monday for a new episode of Bar Exam. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.